Hello. Okay, so I'm going to do a little video, hopefully short, of how to put on the lashes. I know there's other videos out there, but this is just one from me personally, what I've done and how I've mastered it and fallen in love with the lashes. And I will say that when I first got them, I put them on, they were great. And the second time I was like, oh, they're not sticking right. And I learned some things, and now I have it done perfect every time, and I love them. So I want you to do the same. First of all, you do need to start with clean lashes. If you've just taken them out of the box, they're clean. If you've worn them before, you need to be sure that you clean them. Either take a Q-tip and some alcohol and kind of wipe each magnet, or just pick a little bit of the liner off of each one of the magnets, because the liner can stick to it, and you want to have a clean, dry magnet to adhere to the liner. The other tip that I did is I trimmed one of the magnets off of my lashes. Now, I was super scared to do that at first because I had these brand new lashes and I had paid for them and I didn't want to cut them. But I can say that once I trimmed the magnet off, they fit perfectly. And so now, as soon as I get a new pair, I trim that last magnet off. And when you trim it, you want to trim this end, because the way they start, a little bit shorter here, and then they're fuller, and then they get shorter here. You don't want really long lashes this way. So if you trim that last magnet off on this side, you'll end up with long lashes here. So you want to keep that short lash, so trim that last magnet off here. And you want to trim it up to, let me see if I can show you each magnet, so that the very last thing, let's see if I can make that zoom in, the very last thing on there, like right here, is a magnet, because you want a magnet to touch here and a magnet to touch here. That way they adhere really well. Okay, so let's go. The first thing I do, and I'm going to look into this little mirror here, and you'll have to excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold and I've come kind of runny and my eyes are watery, but that's okay, they still work. Okay, another trick is I've learned stir the liner. It gets all the materials kind of stirred up and going good. Stir the liner. Don't shake it, and when you pull it out, don't wipe it on the edges. Just kind of pull it straight out. Okay? And then I start kind of in the middle of my eye, because I've got the most liner on the brush right now, and you don't want to start at the inside edge. So I kind of start at the middle and go out, and then I come back and get into the edge right there. Okay, then I go back into the thing, I stir around a little bit more, pull it out, and then I do the other eye. So I kind of start in the middle, and then I know you probably can't see this really well, it's kind of hard, and there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, another tip that I do, I also put a line of my own pencil liner that I normally use. Any brand, it doesn't matter if you normally use a liquid liner or a pencil liner or an eyeshadow liner. You can put that on first, kind of as a guide, and that kind of gives you a drawing edge to put the liquid liner on. And it kind of makes a base, and it's okay to put that on. You just want to be sure that you have the magnetic liner on top. That's the last thing that you put on, and that's what the lash adheres to. So I'm going to pause for a minute, let this dry. You want it to dry really good, probably 30 seconds to a full minute. I normally put this on and then go about doing some other things with my makeup or hair or something, and then I'll come back and put another coat on. So I'll join you back here in just a second.